This is something you should keep in mind whenever you're making decisions, especially big decisions in your life. I just made a short form video and I just wanted to unpack this because I think it's a big subject, and a lot of people, I mean, we all have to make decisions every day. We all have to make choices every single day. And obviously, choices and decisions are those things that can lead us to massive success or massive failure, to positive outcomes or to negative outcomes, depending on the decisions that you're making. And I think it's in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. You know, Tony Robbins says this all the time. So, sorry about my Ring camera here in the background as I'm recording this thing. But I wanted just you to reflect about this. That when you are making decisions, you want to make sure that you're making decisions from an uplifted state, from a positive state, especially if it includes like your future, when you're making a choice where you want to go, who you want to become. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people pay attention to that, right? And they're in a negative state. Maybe they got a bad transaction, or something happened financially, or something happened in their personal life, or something just happened, or you're in a bad day, you're in a bad mood. And then here you are, reflecting on life, and you're like, oh my God, my life sucks and I don't want to do anything. And then you make a decision that is a lousy decision because you're in a lousy state, and then it leads to a lousy, outcome. So I think this is extremely important. If you start to look at your life, you want to look at those decisions and how it's led you to this moment right now. And I want you to just check, pause real quick and check in with yourself right now in this moment as you're listening to me, as you're watching this video. How do you feel right now? Do you feel happy, excited, enthusiastic, grateful? Do you feel sad, depressed, desperate, anxious, worried? What is it, a more of a negative emotion, or is it a positive emotion? And let's just call that a mood, right? So what kind of mood are you in this moment? Once you understand what mood you're in, you have an opportunity to reflect on and go into that mood and understand what's the source of that mood, right? I mean, if we go kind of deeper into that emotion, right? If it's depression or anxiety, or if it's worry, feel that emotion and really try to target where it's coming from. And I'm pretty sure you can think about it right away, like it comes up for you, right? It might be a person, a situation, and it might be something in the future or something in the past. Because this is what I do know too, that you can't worry if you're in the moment. If you're in this moment right now, you can't be worried. You can't be anxious because you're in the now. Anxiety and frustration and all these other negative emotions only come from when you're focusing on a not positive future or a negative past. So as you're reflecting and you're checking in with yourself, the good news is that, number one, you're not the mood. That's what I want you to get. You are not the mood. Now that you understand, hey, I'm not the mood, this is just an emotional state, you have a choice now to pivot your emotion into the fastest way that I, pivot to a positive emotion is gratitude. So what can I be grateful for right now? I'm so grateful that I'm alive. I'm so grateful that I can see. I'm so grateful that I can hear. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for my car. I'm so grateful for the food in my stomach. I'm so grateful for my warm cup of coffee. I'm so grateful for the clean water. I'm so grateful for, the clouds. I'm so grateful for the fresh air. I'm so grateful for this moment. And that usually elevates my emotion. So try that out, right? And then from there, you can start to get excited about a future by focusing on something exciting that you want to create, right? So again, that's how you can pivot back and forth from these emotions. But now let's just say you're making a decision of what your direction of your life is going to be next, or maybe it's, who you're choosing as a partner, or who you're choosing as a business business move of some sort, where you're like, all right, cool, this is the company I want to choose, or whatever decision. It might be a big decision. It might be a decision where you want to live. That is what I want you to think about, right? Like these decisions that like literally shape your destiny. So as you're reflecting on that and you're thinking about making these decisions, I want you to really focus on how you're feeling in here. Because again, if you're making a life-changing decision with a low negative state, and you're making this life-changing decision where, you might want a positive future, but you're making it from a negative state, then automatically that seed of negativity is now infused into your future. So it's really important that the original decision starts from where you want to be, like a positive, place. If I want abundance, financial abundance, I want happiness, I want joy, I want to make sure that I am in that state first. That way I plant the seed with joy, happiness, and passion. And then now my future reflects joy, happiness, and passion. But it starts right now. It doesn't start when you get the thing. It doesn't start when you've achieved the goal and you got the person or whatever the case is. It starts from that original decision, that energy that is available to you in this moment, and then that starts to then attract new actions based on that decision. So if you're wondering why your life is the way it is, it's a set of decisions that you've made over time, and sometimes because you haven't checked in with yourself, you're making these bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and then you wake up one day and like, how did I get here? Well, that's how you got there. You just made a bunch of bad decisions over and over and over. You planted all these negative seeds expecting a positive future. It's not going to happen like that. So the good news is that you are powerful beyond measure. You can make a decision, a choice right now, a new one right now, and say, hey, I want to make X amount of money. I am choosing to do these activities. I'm choosing to partner with this company, blah, 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 blah. So you start to make it from there. Also, if your intention is to grow and expand, you can't make a decision to shrink and contract and expect expansion. This is like really kind of like, that's where the mind like gets confused, right? Like in that if you're like in a confused mode, right? Which I was when I was younger. I would get confused about so many things. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to be. I don't know what I want to do in my life. Like I was always like confused and then like almost paralyzed in a way because I wasn't able to make decisions or choices, which is a decision and choice. But I was stuck in a loop of doubt and frustration. So what I want you to do is reflect and check in where you are, where you want to be, and make choices and decisions that are aligned with what you want, and anchor in that emotion in this moment, in the now, right? And again, one thing you also want to note is that you're not the emotion either. You are beyond the entire emotional system. The emotional system is just a reflection device for you to see where you currently are in this moment. Where your attention and your focus, what channel, like a TV screen, right? Like if you're watching the movies, what channel are you tuning into? Are you tuning into an excited channel, an abundance channel? Are you tuning into a sad, a depressed, or a frustrated channel? The powerful thing is that the choice is yours. The powerful thing is that you can make a new decision. And what I will tell you, if you are choosing a negative state, understand that you are choosing a negative state. Nobody can put you in a negative state. Other people can do things that may trigger you and get you into a negative state. But the thing is that you also got to ask yourself is that when certain things happen in other people's lives, do they react the same? And the answer is no. 8 billion people have 8 billion different decisions. They have 8 billion different ways of looking at life. So basically what I'm trying to say here to summarize what I'm saying is that you have the power to perceive your reality how you choose. And if this is the first time you're listening to this concept, I know it's a little bit hard to grasp, but really lean into it and just keep discovering it for yourself, right? Like, don't just say, oh yeah, trust me, or, whenever you see anything, you always got to question it. And what I want you to do is to try it on for yourself. Once you try it on for yourself, then you say, you know what, that does make sense. That feels right. You know what, I tried it, no, and it doesn't really align with me. But again, keep all that in mind, that you're going to have different moods, different states, different emotions. My intention of this video is to get you to focus and pivot your energy into a positive state to make positive decisions that lead you to positive results, positive outcomes, and a positive future. That is my intention of sharing with you today. And if you got some value from this video, please let me know in your comments, or let me know what your thoughts are, or if you applied something that I just said, and I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Also, I'm going to be dropping other videos like this. If you have any topics you would like me to cover, please, send me a message, drop it in the comment section as well. Also, please subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. My intention is to bring massive value in 2024.